Hello, everyone, and welcome to Last Week in Esports. I'm your host, Trainer Jerry TV, and this week we had ALGS wrap up with a fantastic photo finish. We had League of Legends, the LEC finished up, and we had the Worlds draw. So we have plenty to talk about. Without further ado, let's dive right into it.
Baker, what was that?
Cloud9 are your E-League Major champions!
This is Rocket League!
As I said, it was a photo finish for the Apex 2023 championship, and TSM has taken home the championship. Truly an unbelievable final day. Really great event overall. But the final day was just a fantastic showing of skill by Imperial Hal and his squad. Optic was taking the lead, held the lead for a long time, I think 7 games. And then TSM had no points pretty much. Then going into game 6, one game 6, one game 7, and then one game 8 to take home the championship and sneak that one away from everyone else. Huge congrats to the TSM squad. Truly unbelievable performance to win the last 3 games to win that championship. But first, we got to talk about Imperial Hal. The dude is the GOAT of Apex. Now, sure, if I was on his team, I think I would cry every day. But the dude's devoted. He's got the grind, and he is obviously great. And this time, TSM takes home the World Championship. Big congrats to TSM. What a great season for Apex. Well, folks, it finally happened. The LEC Finals finished. I know, it's amazing. It's amazing. But to no shocker, G2 continued to show just utter dominance on Summoner's Rift. Really beat the shit out of Fnatic. Fnatic took a game, so G2 won 3-1. Fnatic took a game. It was more of a G2 loss than a Fnatic win. But that being said, G2 did win it all. I think that's Caps' 10th LEC title now, which is unbelievable. And he is most definitely the best Western player probably of all time. Big ups to them. But on the lower side, we did have Fnatic versus Mad, which was a much better series. It did go 5. Fnatic, tried to throw a 2-0 lead and let a reverse sweep happen. But Fnatic go home, 2nd place. G2 take the dub. And Mad Lions finishing in 3rd. After the LEC finals wrapped up, we did have the play-in stage draw happen. And for those who don't know, there's a new Worlds format this year, but besides all that, there is a draw to choose who the matchups are going to be in the play-in stage. We had that draw. I'm going to throw that up on the screen right now so you can see that we've got, some great matchups. It might look a little confusing, but it all makes sense. 8 teams in, 4 teams out. Going to be very interesting to see who makes it out of this. Worlds is coming up. I think it's a month away now. Very, very excited. Obviously, I think Riot Games knows how to put on a great event, and obviously League of Legends is probably the #1 esports event of the year. We'll have tons of World coverage as we get up to it and as Worlds happens, so stay tuned. Today when I cook, we're going to talk about something I've been complaining about for quite a while, and it's finally been addressed at least. So the LEC format is a complete disaster. It's awful. They've been in their finals for a month now. Okay, there's a month left before Worlds, and now these teams get to start preparing. But it's on Riot for coming up with just an awful format, or more accurately, the LEC. This was disgusting. Moving different studios every other week, having 4 weeks of the regional finals. To me, and I think to a lot of others, this was incredibly disappointing. Now, the final weekend did not disappoint. The overall format is really disgusting. And Riot has addressed that and talked about it for the future of it. And they recognized that it was not good. They recognized viewership fell off. People didn't know what was happening, that it was still happening. Everyone else has finished weeks ago. LEC still going on. I guess you want to make a name for your region and make it all important. Yeah, people didn't care. People were not tuning in. So at least it has been addressed, and they're not going to do that again in the future is what it sounds like. No promises. It is LEC. It is Europe. We'll see what happens. I'm just grateful that they did address it, and they do have a plan. But this should never happen again, because as a watcher, this was a miserable experience. Here's your top 5 this week. Plenty to watch, plenty to talk about. And as I mentioned earlier, TSM and Imperial Hal, well, they've made the list.
And what is he? Oh, he goes
all
into
the
the
way
bot
back.
lane.
He knows they're
for a
going to
minute.
push them.
He's going to sit here for a minute. They still need to take bot tower. They still need to run mid.
He is just waiting.
And he waits for the wave to pass, doesn't get spotted on vision.
Wow.
Spotted
He
there.
navigates his way through, catches Humanoid off guard. I mean, you can't blame Humanoid for that, who was not expecting that.
Team Fire are pushing for the win, but they haven't got enough, even a crack. Can they play this perfectly?
TSM in 10th, they have put themselves into contention for advanced starting points, and Dreamfire full sending
shooting him in
down,
the
Roy
back!
falls, 3 MC falls, and TSM, they are going to find themselves in the winner's bracket.
Trying to get Razork out of the pit if he can find the angle. Jason getting pushed back, decent damage coming through. Parsley untouched on the backside, excellent engage to kick things off. Trippy doesn't even find an angle. Trippy gets absolutely nothing done. And in this fight, Hillesang manages to outmatch. And finally, the Cassante is unleashed. Mad Lions have come to play. And it is Carsey who takes everything from Fnatic.
These Watson fences could be massive.
Apex Folklore once again repeating itself as how, once again from the heavens, gets the opening knock. The CEO with a hostile takeover. TSM are your champions. It means Moist. They are going to take advantage of that immediately. The gravity lift up on top. Riddle order. I don't think they can do anything about this.
Oh my God!
He hits the 360. What a beast!
With ALGS wrapping up, it is really and truly the offseason for a lot of esports. Rocket League, ALGS, all the arena shooters, and more. So coverage is going to be a little sparse here in the future. But we do have the League of Legends World Championship as well as the Dota World Championship coming up. We'll be diving into those, talking more about those. Also Halo, I believe, in a month. We got a few esports left before the great offseason for the winter. So until then, thanks for tuning in, and GG's.